Now, when you're trying to mark players in the midfield, is it better to do zonal marking or man marking? Now, at amateur level football, it is most common to see midfielders trying to man mark, and you might also do the same. You might see, okay, the ball's been out of play. Who should I mark? You look up your head, who's free, and you go and mark that player. Now, a lot of the time, this is actually the right thing to do. Now, if you were to strictly stick to man marking, there's a high chance you expose your whole back line and midfield. All it would take is for their midfielders to occupy spaces at, let's say, left back, or one midfielder could go push up to the striker, maybe one on the wing, one at centre half, and suddenly your whole midfield is open just because these midfielders have moved out of the midfield. And with you being the defending team, this is a big issue. And all it would take is for one guy to make a quick run into the midfield to collect the ball from another player, and suddenly they're in acres of space. On the other hand, if you were to specifically stick to zonal marking, and let's say your midfielders stuck to their respective positions, again, if the opposition midfielder in possession of the ball moved out of their regular positions, they can create overloads on your wings or in other areas of the pitch. So as you can probably guess, it is the right thing to do to have a mixture of both man marking and zonal marking. So what is the point of me telling you this? Well, it's because in game it is very easy for you to just simply stick to man marking. You might easily think, okay, well now, that player's empty, let me just go and mark him. And when people say you need a mixture of man marking and zonal marking, what they sometimes think is that it means that one player is zonal and a couple players are man marking, or vice versa. But what it actually means is, at different times and at different situations, all of you man mark, all of you are zonal, or all of you do a mixture. You simply need to assess where the threats are on the pitch. If two of your midfielders have now moved out of their respective positions to go and man mark or to press another midfielder or another player, it's not sensible for you to also move out of the midfield position. In case these two midfielders are bypassed, you need to be in a position where you can cover both left, right and middle. Now, to play at a decent level, this kind of thinking is something that can't really be taught. It's something that can only be learnt. And you as a player need to have your own intuition as to where to position yourself on the pitch. You need to analyse where the dangers are and where the best position for you to be on the pitch is.